And we're finally on chapter 14, and we're doing here some transitions, transforms, animations, and filters. So we're going to be doing all three of the pieces of, sorry, let's go back to it, page 493, exercise 14.1. The first one is using transitions, and I'm going to, so I'm working in my main.css and my index.html. And when I hover over one of these images in the aside, I want it to kind of move over a little bit. I'm not going to change anything except just kind of moving it over. So let's look at what we have. So it says on, let's see, it says to open those, which we have, and on page 494, using figure 14.1 as a guide, add a transition to the page that moves the images in the aside, okay, when the user hovers the mouse over them, and the duration should be two seconds. Okay. Oh, this does tell me to test it in Firefox, but I think it'd be okay to test it in Cobra as well, or in Chrome as well. Sorry. And let me open up something. So that means in this image aside, and I already have this rule set, so I'm going to keep using it. In this image aside, I need to say that there will be a transition and also that I want to do something when the image is hovered over. So I'm going to add something there, and I'm also going to add an aside image hover pseudo class rule set. I'll do that in a second. Let's come back up to this aside image, and I want it to transition, and I think all I needed to do, it doesn't say anything about a delay, and it doesn't say how to come in. So we'll just use the default on those, which means there will be no delay, and it will just ease. There won't be an ease in or ease out, just ease. And the duration should be 2 seconds. So that really just means all I need to set is 2 seconds, I think, because I'm not doing anything different for individual properties. Wait, that one's going to be easy too. So 2 seconds for that. And also, I should do the same if I'm going to use Safari. It's telling me that I still need to use this WebKit transition. And I'm also going to set the same thing on it. You'll generally have both of those be the same. The transition and the WebKit transition will generally have the same property or the same values. And in my image, I want it, when it's hovered over, I want it to move. So I can do that a couple different ways, but I'm going to go ahead and say that I want my margin, let's see, left, because I want it to move to the right. So my margin left become 100 pixels, and my margin top to be 20 pixels. I think that should do it. That should move it down and right. And save that and refresh and come over and hover, and it does. It moves it down and over. And I could play with this. I could change this so my transition doesn't just have a duration, but it also has it also eases in or out. So either it's faster in the beginning or it's faster at the end of the time, or I could set a delay to it. So let's try doing the ease in and set a delay of 2 seconds. That's going to be a long delay. But that basically means that I'm just going to have to wait 2 seconds until anything starts. Save that and refresh and hover. Oh, well, that didn't do that. Let's see. That's kind of funny. So my delay isn't happening. I wonder if it's because I'm using this one. Use in 2 seconds. And save that. And again, refresh. And yeah, so here I have to delay for 2 seconds. I had to sit on it for 2 seconds before anything is moving. So I had to wait a really long time for that to change. But you can kind of play with that. But this is why the textbook told us we needed to use Firefox, because it would already accept it. But this WebKit transition is used not only for Safari, but it's also being used for Chrome and Opera as well. Okay, so we didn't need to have any of that though. So let's get rid of all that. And all we needed was that 2-second delay, moving it over to the left and right. But let's also, while we're at it, I saved those changes, but now I'm going to comment these out and Control/ to comment those and save and refresh. And now I should see the same changes. So when I hover over these images, it should have the margin left and top changed, but it will happen immediately. It won't have that 2-second transition. Oh my goodness, that looks awful. Don't do that. So instead, if you have movement happening, you really need to use positions with it. So notice how horrible that was. And save it and try it again, and it works this time. And all is well. And I think that's all I'm going to do there, and then we'll move on to the next one in next.